So, how is the criteria or the assessment process different when evaluating for instance, an initial public offering, a stock option pricing, a leveraged or management buyouts, versus buy-sell agreements? Is there do you use different criteria? Is the assessment process a little different?
I would say no, again, because we're looking for fair market value, and that's the definitive decision that we're looking for. But the presentation of the report will have a different different scope. It'll have the same components to it, but the conclusion would be perhaps different, where we're saying if it's for an initial public offering for an IPO, we'd say that the value of the business at this time is. If we were looking for, say, stock option pricing, then we would say the value per share value might be different. But in general, our reports are pretty standard. If we're doing a business valuation, we would look at using those common reports. The only other thing that might be different is the level of report. So how business owners can get from their accountant, they can get a compilation or review or an
Sure.
audited financial statement.
Yes.
So we have something similar under the CBV Institute. Our reports are calculation, estimate, and comprehensive valuations. And these come down to the level of review that we have performed and whether or not we have looked for independent analysis on management supplied information.
So it's really a question of how in depth you can actually get into the report.
Roger that.
So how, again, sorry, a little bit of a follow-up. Would you normally take a seller or business owner's word for as far as the financial health or the viability of the business, or would you actually take it up a level and want to speak one-on-one with their accounting firm or whoever their bookkeeper is? Because it's also been my experience that some entrepreneurs are brilliant at what they do, but what they don't do very well sometimes is actually the books, nor do they understand the actual financial position their business is in. Do you come across that a fair bit? Do you actually seek the advice of those maybe not the business owner, but a third party to substantiate value?
Yes. Yes, we do. So our process is that we send an initial document request list, and it's got everything that I can think of that a business would have. But not all businesses have all of the documents on the list, right? So, for example, a retail store may not actually own the real estate on which it operates, right?
Yeah,
so there's, and then of course it doesn't have a great big mortgage associated with it. So there might be no long-term debt docs. So we get that information, we review it, we put it through our financial model. We come back to our clients with a list of questions. We like to have everything in writing so that we can substantiate it later. And those questions then are directed towards how much information about the business either the business owner knows, or if they don't know, then they put it off to their accountant or other advisor.
I see.
And then we get it back from them. So we do ask the questions, but it's usually a written interview as opposed to a verbal interview.
As it very well should. Great. Thank you for that.